Hi there. I am going to create a video to overcome the effects of bullying. I've been working with people for over 20 years now, and when I first started, I was working with people within the school system, so young people within the school system, and they were experiencing bullying while I was working with them. But since then, I have worked with many adults who are still dealing with the effects of bullying. In this video, we're going to dive deep and we're really going to release some of the unsafe feelings that bullying can produce within us. If you've experienced bullying, you know what I'm talking about. And of course, there's a whole scale of different degrees of what people experience with bullying. It's not only in the schools, quite often adults experience it in their working life as well. So what I want you to do is, if you've experienced bullying, I want you to get a pen and paper. You may want to turn off the video to do this, but I want you to write down everything you can remember about the bullying. Now remember, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a psychologist, so it's really important that you take care of your own well-being. But in this, if you've experienced a really big trauma with bullying, I suggest that you really get someone to help you through that. But this is for people that they may have worked on it with counselling, they may have worked on it with some other professional, but there's still some residue left. There's still this unsafe feeling inside of them. And they get nervous in crowds, they're always watching their back, all that sort of stuff. It makes you very hypervigilant if you've experienced bullying, if it was severe for you. So let's go. So pause the video, write it down if you need to, find all the ways it's still there. Could be images, could be physical sensations, it could be sounds. So sounds are the words that they said to you, whatever the statements were. And you just write them down. And then you notice how much it bothers you. You can put 0 to 10 if you like. 10's really bad. 0's doesn't affect me at all. And the reason we do that is we just need to know that the number's shifting. Doesn't matter whether it's going up or down. We just need to know that we're aiming at the right place to let it go. All right. So now I'm imagining you come back. You've got all the things that bother you. And then I want you, if you were younger and you feel safe enough, depending on how high it is, if it's at a 10, we just start tapping. And then as the number's getting lower, then we can do different techniques to help bring whatever residue is still there. So let's go. Let's just start tapping. So notice all the effects of bullying. Notice all the ways that bullying affects you. You couldn't stop it, whatever it was. Okay, now you tap where I tap and you say what I say. Releasing and letting go. All the stress, all the anxiety, all the fear, the emotional trauma, I'm letting it go. Releasing and letting go. All the angers, all the resentments, all the guilts. Under the eye, releasing and letting go. All the judgments, all the abandonments, all the betrayals, all the rejection. Releasing and letting go. The fear, the anxiety, the worry, the powerless. There's nothing I can do to stop this. No one can stop this. Releasing and letting go. All the ways this bothers me. Grab the wrist. Now when you grab the wrist, you take a big deep belly breath. So if you push that belly out with the air, you'll find that you get back into a state of peace. All right, let's go back again. So think about the bullying. You may want to think of the person's name. You may have images of the person's face. You may have the response of those around you. So there could have been people that watched and didn't help. Whatever it is for you, notice all the ways it still bothers you. Releasing and letting go. I couldn't prevent the bullying. No one can prevent the bullying in schools. It still keeps happening. The bullying in the workplace. Why me? Why are they picking on me? Releasing and letting go. All the stress, all the anxiety, all the fear, the unsafe feeling. I really feel unsafe or felt unsafe. So if it's still happening, you're still feeling unsafe. If it was in your past, you felt unsafe. And it's time to let it go. I'm safe now. It's okay to let it go. Grab the wrist. And pace. And what happens is, once we've experienced bullying once, it's almost like we're watching out and we're looking for who may be the next one. And in that way, we tend to make ourselves a target. I'm not blaming anyone. This is the subconscious mind predicting what the future could be in an attempt to keep us safe. If they can predict who's going to bully us, if they can predict if your subconscious can predict an unsafe area, then you'll be able to avoid it. But then somehow by looking for it, it shows up more in our life. Just notice all the ways it bothers you. All the ways. How to handle bullying. How to release the effects of bullying. Releasing and letting go. All the scared. All the frightened. Releasing and letting go. The terrified. The fear for your life. Releasing and letting go. All the images fading away. All the sounds drifting off. All the ways this really bothers me. The statistics of bullying. Really big. I'm letting it go. It is safe for me to let it all go. Grab the wrist. And peace. Excellent. All right, let's go back again. So when I say go back, I mean you go back inside. You find all the ways it still bothers you. You listen for anything that was said. You've got the images. You could have the names of the people that bully or person, whatever it is. Think of that name. Think of that face. Notice how your body is still reacting from that situation. Releasing and letting go. My body's reaction. I feel so unsafe. I'm letting it go. But if I let this go, how am I going to keep myself safe? I want to let it go, but if I let it go, how am I going to keep myself safe? Releasing and letting go. All the confusion. I want to be safe, but I don't know if I am safe. Releasing and letting go. Releasing and letting go. All the physical sensations. Time to let it go. Grab the wrist. Down into the belly. By breathing down into the belly, you're turning off the fight, flight and freeze response within the body. And you're going back into the parasympathetic nervous system. That's what the tapping's doing as well. It's letting the body know we're safe now. We're the only species on the planet where thought alone can trigger our fight, flight and freeze response. If a gazelle's chased by a lion, within 15 minutes they're back feeding again. If we are chased by a lion, how long do you think we would be carrying around that chased by a lion feeling? For some people, the rest of our lives. Because we were never taught how to let it go. But this tapping technique can help us let it go. It switches off the fight, flight and freezes and brings us back into the parasympathetic nervous system. So let's go again. I want you to think of any remaining. Just notice what's left. Whether it's images, whether it's physical sensations, whether it's sounds, smells, taste. Any way it's still there, notice. Got it? Releasing and letting go. All the images fading away. It is safe for me to release it and let it go. Side eye, releasing and letting go. All the ways I'm releasing the effect of the bullying. It is safe for me to let it go. All the fear, all the anxiety, all the worry. I don't want to say anything. I'll only make it worse. I just want to walk away. Whatever it is for you. Or you walked away and they followed you. Releasing and letting go. The lack of control. The powerless feelings. I really want to let this go. It is safe for me to overcome this fear of bullying. Releasing and letting go. Grab the wrist. And peace. Now if you've still got some charge, if it still bothers you, just listen to the video again and again until you can bring yourself into a peaceful place. Hope it helps.